Time for the next session. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah? I hope this one is a little easier on my nerves. Ugh. Going right into it. Hey, girl, Maya. Maya leads. Hello, Maya. Welcome back.
Hello, Maya. Welcome back.
Oh, right.
Hi. Yes, I'm back.
Well, I guess... Well, she's been here before, but it's the first time I'm seeing her.
Rainy out there today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good thing I put on my extra big raincoat this morning.
Oh, she seems like she's a person who's very easily agitated, maybe.
Thankfully, it's supposed to clear up later.
Well, gonna look weird with my giant coat tonight. Cool, cool, cool.
What's the problem?
What brings you here today, Maya?
Right now I'm just nervous. I have the nerves.
Yeah. I get that much.
I've been trying to get my career off the ground for so long, like a really long time. And I still feel like I'm stuck on level 1 and... Sorry, I know we've talked about all this before. I probably don't need to go over it again. Anyway, there's this conference that's happening next week, right? Like media professionals, something.
She like when she's saying that she's been over this, is it because that she's been encountering with the AI? Not me, of course, but the AI. So she's not at all seeing the person here, it looks like. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, a proxy. Well, it's not that it's surprising to me. It's more like it's what's surprising me is her, you know, her interaction with me, because it's like I'm not there.
That's bad enough for my anxiety, but I was also invited to this party thing. It's like dinner and then a party. I'm not sure how it's gonna work. The point is, there's gonna be a lot of big, important, famous people there.
Ooh, it's your big chance.
Like people that I really look up to. People with big followings online and lots of fans and all of that. All of that.
And how does that make you feel?
I feel like, why? Like, why was I invited to this? I'm nobody. I am a serious, gigantic nobody.
Oh, I think I know what she's dealing with. I think it's the imposter syndrome. You know, when people feel like that they somehow, you know, how do I say this? When people feel like they're frauds, they've achieved some sort of success, but they can never really like justify for themselves why they have this success. So they feel like they've just been a fraud the whole time, and everyone's falling for it, and they don't like it.
I don't have a show I'm doing or any collections out or a webcomic everybody loves. I mean, I tried to do those things, but nobody cared. I don't have fans or followers. I'm not even sure I have friends, like for real friends. I tried. I do try. I put my art online and update my social media accounts, and I try to post consistently like they say to do, but yeah.
This is hitting a bit too close to home right now, as I'm also very new in this YouTube thing.
I'm still in that like purgatory zone, just waiting to be discovered.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I was invited to this party thing as a way for someone to be mean to me, to remind me how successful everyone else is.
No, 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 no. It's a break for you. Grab
Why
the
am I even
chance.
going to it? I mean, I know I should, to meet people and make connections or something.
Is meeting people and making connections your goal?
Well, I think it is. Networking? I'm supposed to do networking, right? I really have no idea what networking is.
Oh.
Hello, I'm Maya. I do comics and art and I write and stuff. And I have lots of characters and ideas and would you like to give me money and I'll do those things for you? Hi, I'm cool. Please like me. like me, hire me. Oh God, I hope they like me. I really, really hope I make a good impression at this thing.
Just relax. Be yourself.
Of course, knowing the way things usually go for me, I'll fuck it up massively somehow. I'll fall into the fondue pot or throw up on someone, something like that. I don't know if there's actually going to be fondue there. I'm just saying that kind of feels like something I would do.
You sound a little concerned or afraid.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm terrified. What if they suddenly remember I'm a failure and shouldn't be drinking their booze and breathing their air?
That's not how the world works. No one is gonna come out and say, hey, wait a minute, you're not the one we thought you were. Get out. That's not how it's gonna be.
Eventually someone's gonna realize I'm not hip enough to be at this thing.
No, it's just no. People who are grown-ups shouldn't, care about being hip. So no one else is going to care about it.
Maybe it'll be polite, like a gentle tap on the shoulder. Excuse me, miss. I couldn't help but notice that you suck and are terrible.
Oh, she's so self-deprecating.
It's obviously just my anxiety talking. I know it won't go like that literally, but it could be like that in a figurative sense.
Okay, Maya. I want you to imagine things going well. What does that look like?
Going well? Well, that would be a first for me. I suppose going well at this party means people start to learn about who I am.
And why wouldn't they?
And maybe some of them help me with my career, and maybe some of them become my friends.
See, it's easy to imagine something like that happening because that's a likely scenario.
Like, I want to be noticed as a creator, but I also want friends who are cool.
I mean, what is cool? If you look at the, old school definition of cool, like hanging out in cool places and having cool posture and, smoking used to be cool. And I think in some circles it possibly is. Then, well, a lot of people won't fit that. I won't fit that. Definitely not. I'm dorky and a geek, but I think, and I'm friends with a lot of dorky and geeky people, but to me they are cool, and I'd like to think that some of my friends think that I'm cool.
That sounds super basic. You know what I mean? Is it okay to want that? I hope it is. I want to be part of like a group.
You can be that.
And we like each other and support each other, and maybe the things I make won't be as good as the things they're making, but I hope they see my work and see me. Yeah, that's what I want.
What do you think it'll take to get to this ideal scenario?
Well, probably takes me being a different person than the one I am.
No, stop that.
Someone who's cool and alluring and has that air of mystery instead of being some kind of scrawny, nervous wreck.
The thing that's the most like thing that turns people most off of you is self-hate and self-deprecation to the point where you can feel like a person is very insecure. Just don't do that. Don't stand up and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm so bad. I'm sorry, I'm such a fuck up. I'm sorry, I suck. That's the worst thing you can do. Just own it. Just be who you are. And if you're a fuck up and you sometimes screw up, then who cares? People do that. It's not you. It's yeah, just be yourself.
Someone with style and grace and poise. Someone who can walk into a room and own it. God, I wish I could do that. But only when I wanted to, because I also wish I could disappear when I wanted to. I know that's a little contradictory. Sorry.
There's a lot of wishing here instead of just being.
Okay, Maya, I have some recommendations for you. First, I'm going to suggest a set of stress management exercises for you to do. You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone.
Exercises.
They may be able to help you with your nervousness. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about litosenal too. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
I'm kind of on two sides here. I don't think that's what it's called, but I can't find the right phrase right now. I feel like just medicating based on what she's saying is not appropriate. You know, I have anxiety, generalized anxiety, and I was treated for it a few years ago with cognitive group therapy, and it was kind of like, you know, we were in a group, and there was a psychiatrist and a psychologist. So there were like two people to evaluate us, and they would only consider medicating us if we were like so far out that our daily lives wouldn't wouldn't stick together. And I, at one point, I was close to asking for medication, but then I just overcame it. It helped. It really helped to just talk and cry and just be with the others who have experienced the same things and talk about it and be understood. So I don't feel like she's an extreme case. I feel like she is very low confidence, and that is not something you should just medicate yourself out of. I think she needs some positive reinforcement.
Drugs. Yes. Whatever you said that was called, I am on it.
You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few weeks.
I always do. I always get the reminder. I mean, not that I always act on it.
Thank you, Maya. We hope to see you back soon.
Yeah. Don't you say this every time?
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
Oh, this is very unpersonal. She rated me. Oh. She rated me because I gave her drugs. Well, she tipped me as well. Steady client, great rating completed. Okay. Ray comes over to talk to me after I finish my second session.
How are you feeling? That was definitely along the lines of a more typical client.
You watched that one too?
I couldn't bear the thought of you getting two really intense clients in a row. I just wanted to make sure everything went smoothly.
I see.
Are you getting used to the system now?
Well,
I still feel like it's kind of restrictive. I wish I could interpret what Eliza prompts instead of reading it exactly.
Yeah, it's like I said, a lot of new proxies run into this.
Yeah, they run into wanting to be human.
They'll say, if only I could just talk to them for real, if only I could say what I really wanted to say. That's a really common feedback point.
You're never tempted to break away from the script yourself?
Nah, it's just not part of the job, you know? I learned to compartmentalize pretty early on, and that always served me well. People overestimate their own abilities. Have you ever had an interaction with a stranger where he clearly thinks he's getting along with you way better than he actually is?
Well, it's true. I mean, a lot of these people, a lot of the proxies wouldn't probably be good psychologists. But that's why you have certified psychologists to do that.
Sure, hasn't everyone?
It's like that. People like to think they can play therapist. It seems easy if all you know is the movie version. You know, where you get paid to sit there with your notepad and say, I see, or every once in a while. The reality is, active listening takes a lot of work. It's much easier to just zone out a little bit and let Eliza run things. It's kind of meditative in a way. You just follow the prompts.
I can see that. It would be kind of easy. Assuming the patients, collaborate as well.
I know computers telling you what to do has this negative connotation to it, and people who want to criticize us call it dystopian or whatever. But it's like any technology. It's a tool.
Ray looks thoughtful for a moment.
Either way, you're doing fine so far, Evelyn. This is a busy day, too. We might break our single-day record if no one cancels.
Is volume especially high right now?
It is, yeah. It really rose around the beginning of the year. We've been in the press a lot lately, so it could be that. Could be it's New Year's resolutions, too. People coming in, wanting to sort their lives out once and for all. This year is the year I'm really going to start addressing my problems. I mean, I get that. I do the same thing.
Yeah, just don't do New Year's resolutions. Just start. Don't wait until the new year. Just start. There's nothing. The fact that it's a new year, it's an artificial, it's an artificial boundary or milestone. So it doesn't really matter. It's just something we've made up in our minds. So just do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I told you it was simple, right? Just keep up the good work following those prompts, and you'll be leveling up in no time.
I like the game terminology here. This year is the year I'm really going to start addressing my problems. I definitely remember thinking that. I remember thinking that 3 years in a row,